Hello, and welcome to Voices for Change, where we raise our voice for what matters. I'm Ananya, a social worker by profession, a human by heart, and a firm believer that no society is truly free until it is free of injustice. Today's episode is deeply personal, yet widely relevant, standing against social evils. These are the silent shadows that linger in our homes, our streets, our institutions until we call them out and fight back. So let's begin, not with silence, but with the truth. What exactly is a social evil? A social evil is any practice or custom that harms people and undermines basic human dignity. It can be loud and visible, like child labor, domestic violence, or caste discrimination, or it can be subtle, like body shaming, gender bias, and economic inequality. These are not just old habits, they are chains forged over time by fear, ignorance, and silence. As a social worker, I've seen it all: a child married at 14, a woman silenced behind bruises, a Dalit boy not allowed to sit on a school bench, a transgender woman begging at traffic signals because no employer would give her a job. These are not isolated stories, they are symptoms of a deeper disease. Why do they still exist? The answer is layered, partly because of tradition, partly because of fear, but mostly because we let them. We say, it's always been like this. Who am I to speak up? This is their personal matter. But when injustice becomes tradition, resistance must become our duty. Take dowry, for instance. Even today, educated families exchange dowry quietly under the label of gifts. What they don't realize is that this normalizes greed and leads to violence, even deaths. Or consider gender inequality. It's not just rural areas, it's happening in boardrooms, classrooms, and living rooms. When we teach girls to be quiet and nice, and boys to be tough and dominant, we're feeding the root of gender based violence and toxic masculinity. And caste. We pretend it doesn't matter anymore, but it does. In marriages, housing, job interviews. If you're from a marginalized caste, you know that surnames still carry weight, the wrong kind. Let me tell you a story. Last year, I met a 16-year-old boy named Arif in a slum rehab colony. Brilliant student, dreamed of becoming a scientist, but his family had no money. His father wanted him to work in a factory. Why waste time on school? Right? I tried to intervene, got the school principal involved, found a local NGO willing to sponsor his books and tuition, but the real struggle wasn't money, it was mindset. The father said, for people like us, dreaming is a sin. That broke me. Not because the family was poor, but because society had taught them that they weren't allowed to hope. That's the true evil. When society tells someone they're less worthy just because of where they were born, or how much they earn, or what they look like. Now, let's talk solutions. What can you do? You don't have to be a social worker or activist to make a difference. You just have to be aware, vocal, and compassionate. Just speak up if you see discrimination or injustice in your family, school, office. Call it out. Silence helps the oppressor, never the victim. Most social evils survive because people don't understand them. Share real stories, read, watch documentaries, host conversations, educate yourself and others. If someone tells you they're being abused, don't say, "Why didn't you leave earlier?" Say, "How can I help?" Support the victims, don't blame them. Challenge the problems on a daily basis, whether it is colorism in beauty ads or caste slurs. Challenge the so called normal behavior. Change begins at dinner tables. Volunteer or donate, even 1 hour or a month with an NGO or a small donation can change lives. Time is currency, compassion is power. Here's what I believe and what I hope you take away today. Society is not broken because of evil, it is broken because good people stay quiet. But that can change. You can be the voice, the shield, the light in someone's darkness. We may not erase every social evil in our lifetime, but we can disrupt it, challenge it, and make it uncomfortable enough to lose its grip on future generations. Thank you for listening to Voices for Change. If this episode made you think, share it, talk about it, do something about it. Remember, change doesn't need heroes, it needs humans who care. This is Ananya signing off for today. Until next time, keep fighting the good fight. Thank you.